Let's just call this take one. You know what to say, Anya. Anya, you know what to say. You know exactly what to say. Okay. Let's do this. What's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anya, and you are watching The Smile Inside Your Heart. I make health and wellness content, also healing content, so you can liberate your mind, body, and soul. Oh my God, it's been forever since I said that. I'm so happy to be back sitting in front of this camera again, and so happy to be joining all of my lovely people. I've recently had 2 photo shoots, one that I did myself and one that I did at a networking event. So I'm gonna take you through the process of me getting ready for the photo shoot and just me in my flow state, while also providing some commentary of when I wasn't in that flow state. So you can have an actual visual and creative representation of what I mean by the path of least resistance and by being in alignment with your path, and just adding that creative element to this video, because that's what we're here for. This is called The Smile Inside Your Heart, meaning that you follow whatever is making your heart smile. And for me, that's being creative, being a model, and making beauty out of art. Today's journaling topic is going to be 3 ways to realign with your life path. What I did was break the questions down into 3 different tiers. The first tier are for people who don't know what their life path is. The second tier is for people who know what their life path is, but don't know what's causing the resistance on that path. And then the final tier is for people who know what their life path is, but they're having trouble staying in alignment with it. You should probably already have a sense of where you fall under, but as always, stay to the end to get the most benefit out of this video. How I navigate my life on this path is to always keep in mind and always choose the path of least resistance. Now, what is the path of least resistance? In Deepak Chopra's book of 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, he explains that the path of least resistance is the course of action that involves the least amount of stress or complications, the path that has the least amount of obstacles in your way. Remember that you and your life path, you and your goals should flow with ease. Whenever you find that there is some type of resistance towards these things, that is an indication that you are not in alignment with your path. My number one resistance that I find in my life is the need for control. The need for control is the complete opposite, basically the antithesis to flow. You know when you're not in flow, when you have to force or control the things that you want out of life. The things that you want out of life, and I always say this, the things that you want are supposed to come to you with ease. They're supposed to just materialize in front of you, and all you really need to do is be in alignment with it. And by that, I mean also being prepared for it. That's all the work you need to do. You don't really have to go seeking the things you want. The things you want also want you. So when I say path of least resistance is the course of action that involves the least amount of stress and complication, that literally means choosing the path that you can just walk on until you meet up with your goals. My first tier people, it is time for you. You are the people who don't know what your life path is, and you may feel like you're just living aimlessly with no sense of direction. I feel like a lot of us, why are my AirPods in? Why are they in? The first question I'm going to want you to write down in your journal is, if money wasn't an issue, how would I spend my time? As you're writing this, really try to visualize a life where you're not doing things out of the need for survival. You're now doing things in order to help yourself to thrive. Just pause this video here and take your time to answer that question. Okay, so it's time for category 2, which is for the people who don't know what's causing the resistance. Question 1, what is my biggest distraction? My biggest distraction is my phone. My screen time is like a whole shift sometimes. And I know a lot of people can resonate with that. I also feel like one of my biggest distractions is not getting outside enough. That will definitely cause resistance on your path because being outside is allowing you to be directly connected to the source of all creation. So when I'm not outside, I feel like that's basically me being distracted from my creative path. So I need to really work on getting outside more. Okay, question 2 is, what are the sounds of my fears and doubts? Now, I really like the way I framed this question because I could have just said, what are you afraid of? What scares you? And I didn't want to do it like that because when you ask yourself that question, it kind of separates you from the problem itself. So if I were to ask you, like, what are you afraid of? In my head, I picture like something external outside of myself in the future, some impending doom type situation that's far off and not tangible in the present moment. But when I ask you, what are the sounds of your fears and doubts? I'm asking you to get inside your head and get close to the thing that's bothering you. So for a long time, I had an extreme fear of failure. And before I asked myself this specific question, it felt like something that I had to worry about in the future tense, like I'm going to fail in the future. But really, it was my internal dialogue telling me that I'm going to fail and not actually me failing in the future. So the sound of my fears and doubts in that situation is, you're not good enough. You're going to fail. I'm going to give up. When I was able to really listen to the sounds of what I was afraid of, it allowed me to be able to take control of it and reframe those thoughts. Okay, question 3. Where do I need to surrender my control? My fear of failure also created a sense of a need for control. And I just tried to control everything so much just to prevent that impending doom that I was trying so hard to escape from. So I'm out of this phase now, thank God. But before, I realized it's because I wanted everything and I wanted everything right now. I wasn't willing to be patient and surrender the process and allow it to just come into fruition on its own. I needed it to happen on my time. If you're feeling like there's resistance on your path, it may be an indication that you need to surrender something and just allow things to happen naturally for you. Oh my gosh, we're moving through these questions so quickly. I'm proud of myself. Usually I'll be here for like 20 minutes. But okay, tier 3. Tier 3 is for the people who are having trouble staying in alignment with their path. So this is called the life wheel or the wheel of life. I got this idea from one of my favorite YouTubers, Ali Abdal, who is a productivity YouTuber, and he's helped me so much just to be able to see somebody doing what I want to do, but also helping me to heal myself as a creator. So that's why I really like this, and I'm going to give all the credit to him, but I wanted to share it with you guys as well. And basically, I'm going to try my best to configure a diagram here through Canva because I want you to see this, but my tech is not up to par, but it's okay. This is called the Wheel of Life, and essentially it's portraying the philosophy that our life is broken down into 3 separate categories. Those categories being work, health, and relationships. And then within those categories is broken down into 3 other categories. So within work, that's broken down into money, mission, and growth. Within health, that's broken down into mind, body, and soul. And then relationships, that's broken down into family, friends, and romance. I also threw in self, relationship with self in there because I feel like that's also very important. And then Ali had also had made a 11th category of joy. We're going to actually draw a circle, like a little pie chart, and break these things down so you can see them. Now that you can see your path, give them the time and attention individually and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. So let me just run you an example. So within the work category, if I were to rate my growth, I would rate that probably, would I give it a 9 or would I give it a 10? I don't know. I'm doing pretty well in this area. I'll give it a 9.5. I'll give it a 9.5 because I'm seeing myself improve and I'm actually in alignment with what I want to do. I found my style on YouTube. I found my style on Instagram. I'm working in my field that I went to school for. So I would say my work category is around 9.5. Okay, so this is actually my favorite segment of this journaling exercise because it really does break down to you and allow you to localize exactly where you are falling short on your own path. So now I'm going to do the commentary. I already put together the video of the modeling shoot, of the photo shoot. And when I went back and looked at that day, I was all over the place. Like, how am I going to be preaching about staying on the path of least resistance when I am the resistance? Call me resistance band. I am doing everything in my power to make this difficult for myself. So let's start off with this part here. Okay, so I'm currently heading out to the gentrified hair store to get a do-rag for the rest of my outfit. So we'll just see if Sally's has a do-rag. I am about 80% sure that they will have one, but it won't be the one I want. Or I'm 80% sure they just won't have one at all. Because you know Sally's just be like that. So we'll just see. Okay, Anya, what are you doing? So the original plan was to go to Sally's, but somehow you ended up at Target. Correlation not there. And what's your excuse for yourself? What's your excuse? What are the odds that I'm going to find a red do-rag in Target? I mean, it would be pretty on brand for them to have a red do-rag, you know, because it's Target, but it's also Target. Oh, so because Target's red and you want a red do-rag, that's why. That's exactly why. That makes absolutely no sense. I am a struggling procrastinator and I have a hard time with time management, but that is my, like, one of my biggest problems, like trying to make it somewhere on time. And because I have this problem, I created resistance on a path that usually flows for me. I should have told her that I was recording. Should have told her.
Happy people.
Okay.
Happy people.
See you later. Have fun. I will. What had happened was, yeah, so because I choose to wait to the last minute to do things, I start making decisions that don't make sense. So here's me making a decision that does not make any sense. Let's see what else I do during this day. Okay, so I ended up getting the black do-rag and it's gonna be okay because I'm gonna do a red lip and that's gonna make like the red in the shirt and the jersey. Good job, Anya. But now allowing for flow. Yeah, look at my little donut head. So cute. fastest I've ever done my makeup ever. Like, whew. Okay, so I'm freaking the hell out. I really am freaking the hell out. I am not ready. And I just slapped on my makeup. I can't even do this. I can't do this. I'll be right back. Mind you, the event was from 4 to 8. So there really was no reason for me to be flipping out because I had hours of time to make it there. This is the look we're going for. Now you can't see the whole thing, but I got the Julius, what is it? Julius Irving retired uniform and the Nike, whatever the hell's, and the Dewey. So that's what we're going for, and I'll see you guys there. All right, we finally made it to the source. I love being here. Is that a robot? Holy shit. Dude, did you make that? You made that? Oh my god, this is dope as shit. I love that. It's crowded.
But you're a natural too, so. Yeah.
Hair doing weird things. My hair is doing weird things. It's okay. I love the weird things. I love when my hair does weird things.